All right, so last week, because we didn't have a show last week, me and Bryce went to...
We did have a show last week.
We did have a show last week?
Mm-hmm. I posted videos and everything.
Or the show
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. That was 2 weeks ago when we didn't talk about it last week?
We didn't talk about it last week either.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm off. We went to the Socal Retro
Gaming
Expo.
Was it porn? Gaming. The most important part.
It took place in Pasadena at their convention center. And it was pretty damn awesome.
Yeah?
Did
you buy anything?
I bought a shirt.
Oh, okay.
But for the most part, like, there's a lot of cool shit there that I wanted to buy. But knowing, like, if I buy this, what am I going to do with it? You know?
It's just stuff and things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And...
no, go ahead.
Yeah, it was just overwhelming with how much awesome things they had there. Not just like Nintendo, but like they had Ataris there. They had all kinds of stuff there. It was insane. It was insane. Stuff that I didn't think they would have there.
Cool.
Old consoles, old games. I mean, yeah, it was cool. It was definitely cool. I mean, like a lot. Like I wasn't as like bright-eyed about it because I've been like a lot of the stores in Japan have that stuff, you know, when I've been there. So like there might have been some stuff where I was kind of like, oh yeah, like I wouldn't mind, like maybe I will get this. And then I was like, but at the same time, I know this isn't my only opportunity, you know, like I could, but that part of it is awesome. They had that was like most of the floor. They had like a Mario Kart tournament thing that was happening.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Street Fighter tournaments.
They had all kinds of stuff. Then they had a full-on like retro arcade where everything was free, and so that was fun. And then the panels were cool. They were intimate, and like we were in Boogie's panel, and that was cool. The angry video game nerd was there, and like I'm not one of these people that like it's like, oh yeah, I want to get a picture with somebody and get something signed. But he was doing like a signing, and so like I'm used to Comic-Con and stuff, so I'm just like, oh, let's go find like the signing area or whatever, Comic-Con's this whole like separate area and this big thing, right? And so Rick and I kind of walked around the floor for a bit, like we saw all this stuff and went through the retro arcade and we're like, where's the autograph area? And so we left and we go ask somebody like, oh, so where's like the autograph area? And it's like, oh, it's in blah 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 down here, room whatever.
It's like way over there.
So we walk down and then we walk into the room, and I'm expecting to walk into the room and see like a bunch of people signing autographs and like big ass lines.
Yeah.
I walk in, there's 2 people in there, and Angry Video Game Nerd is like 15 feet away, and it caught both of us kind of off guard. So we walked in, and then there's the thing with Grandpa Simpson where he walks in the door and walks in. That was us, because I was just like, man, I just kind of wanted to check it out. Like, I don't really know what, like, I wasn't prepared for it. It would have been cool to go up to shake his hand.
You should have went back.
It was just, it was just weird. We were expecting something, and then we got something else. So, like, I don't know. I'm kind of kicking myself that I never went back and did it. Well, the reason why I didn't, I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, what am I going to say? I've been watching your content for years. Like, I really like I guess I could have. I guess I could have done that. But then we went to another panel at the end of the day that it said that he was supposed to be on or be at, but he wasn't. He ended up not. I don't know why. So I just kind of like, oh, well, maybe
he was
I'll
like,
see.
Man, fuck those guys that walked in and walked
yeah,
out.
it was probably
going now.
It's probably our fault. It was funny too because I think you made eye contact with us, and Rick and I just totally hightailed it out of there. But
see, I went to the first E for All Gaming Expo that they did, and Steve Wiebe was there playing Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
and I went up there and shook his hand and talked to him and got a picture with him.
Yeah, it's not that I was like afraid to do it.
Yeah,
it was just. Again, I was expecting to walk into like Comic-Con autograph signings, and then Rick and I walked out and we were kind of laughing and like
this. The line for the Funko Pops was a shit ton longer than any of the lines for signings.
So it was crazy. Like I
fucking nuked the place.
Yeah, and it's not to say that it's because no one cared that those people were there.
Yeah, not to say that.
I think his name's James. It seems like he did signings like almost throughout the whole fucking thing. Like he was there for a long ass time doing signings. So it just could have been we came in during a dead period.
Funny,
did you see his video with Macaulay Culkin?
Yes.
They played all the home run games. Yes. So good.
Yeah, and then he does an Angry Video Game Nerd episode about the Home Alone games, and Macaulay Culkin does a cameo in it. It's pretty funny. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
You should, dude. I know you just have it, but you should watch more of his stuff. Like I like
especially
him a lot.
More of his recent content is so good.
Yeah, and he does a lot of movie stuff too, man. I mean, just follow Cinemassacre on YouTube stuff. It's cool. But yeah, so we walked out and we're like, well, should we go back now? And then we're like, well, it would feel kind of weird if we literally go back now because it's like, were you the guys that just walked in and then walked out? So we're like, let's just go do something else for a little bit.
That's funny. Dude. That's too funny.
But it was fun. It's fucking $20 like just for Sunday and like it was cool and I don't think there's anything that we missed out on by not getting like a weekend pass. It doesn't like maybe there was some things, but I mean the two people that I was interested in seeing were there on Sunday. So then Rick and I got really obsessed with this like baseball pinball game that was in the retro arcade.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think I do. Yeah.
Basically, you pitch.
Yeah.
And then you have to
switch sides.
Yeah.
Swing. It's the most simplistic fucking thing, but for whatever reason, I'm like Rick and I both left like I want one of these.
I've played it a while when I went.
I've never played it.
I played it a while back when I went to New Jersey because Ryan took me to this like pinball, like classic pinball arcade thing in Asbury Park, and that was the one game that I really got hooked on was that baseball one.
Yeah.
That one and the like bowling like skee ball type of thing. But yeah, me and him, we were.
Had you never played one of those before, the skee ball one?
No.
Really?
No.
Holy shit!
That was fun. That was
you know what I'm talking about? It looks like a bowling lane, but you have like a metal disc.
And you just like slide
it. It feels like
it's
got sand on the table, and you slide the thing, and it hits the pins.
Think of like a one-way air hockey.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that.
God, that game is so.
I don't know that I've played it though.
But yeah, me and Bryce spent a long time playing. It felt like we were playing analog version of MLB.
It was fun. Yeah, it was fun. It was that, and then like we would have gotten into a more heated thing with air hockey, but then it seems like as soon as we got on it, then all of a sudden
people came around for it.
Everybody was fucking there.
Fucking people.
I hate air hockey.
Really?
Yeah. Really? Oh my god, it's so much fun.
I'm more of a skee ball guy.
I hate air hockey. Can we? I'm done. Like then that.
Jesus, we have an opening right now.
What the fuck? That's fine. We like what we like.
But yeah, all the vintage games there. Like I found, like I didn't expect to look. I wasn't looking for it, but I found Fear Effect.
Oh.
No. I'm sure I would have found it, but I found Fear Effect, which is a
Okay.
game I kind of talk about too a lot on here. And I was like, it was $15. I was like, this close to buying it. Like I don't even have anything to play it on. It was more for like a display.
Yeah.
So like once I like spruce this
the
wall up, like I could put it on display.
When you get bored of the PlayStation clashes, we can nail that up on the wall too.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of awesome art there.
Yeah.
The art there was amazing. A lot of people had a good stuff, but I think the one that stood out the most was the hole punch art. This guy does everything with hole punch circles.
Yeah.
And like it's insane how good this dude is.
That's awesome.
He did what was the guy's name from Nintendo that he did?
Oh, he had a good
Punch Out?
Yeah, he had a good one of King Hippo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He had one of King Hippo, like mid-fight, where he's getting punched in the stomach, and like so his mouth is open and his pants are down. You know that whole deal. Yeah. It was spot on, and it was incredible. Cool. It was pretty rad.
I'm gonna put information down below. I have his card. So, I almost bought. Which one did I almost buy? I forgot which one. I almost bought one. I think it was.
Should have taken your camera and.
I'm gonna put inserts. I'm gonna put inserts here.
Long Beach.
He did have his camera and he filmed some
that's what I'm saying.
I did it all on my phone, but I'll put in inserts here.
It was pretty. I think it's cool. I don't know how many times it's been done or if that was the first one. I don't think it was the first one, but I could be wrong because I've never heard of it before.
Yeah.
It was pretty low key.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, but not necessarily in a bad way. Like there was definitely a lot of people there, but it was definitely pretty low key and it was cool.
Got packed.
But yeah, like it's one of those things too. Like I just said what I said. You know, it's like, oh well, they have a lot of this stuff in the stores in Japan, but then I look at that stuff there and I'm like, but fuck, I have to get this back and I have to make weight with the suitcase. Yep. And so like part of me is kind of like, well, I could have bought stuff there too. I guess I could always ship it, or the benefit. But
that's still expensive as hell.
I mean, yeah, it could be. But I mean, the benefit...
Any
It
way
could
be.
any way you're gonna ship that stuff to get home safe is gonna be expensive.
It might not be. I mean, if I keep it under a certain weight, because we ship packages back and forth to like her grandparents all the time, and like with lots of food and other things in it and stuff. And I get that's different weight wise and stuff. But I guess I have that going for me. If nothing else, I could take it back to her grandparents' house and figure it out, sort it out. So
another thing they had consoles there that were region free.
Okay.
Which was awesome.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. They had this Pokemon Stadium from the N64 like display, like you would see like at GameStop or whatever, and it was $700, I think it was, or something like that, and it sold.
There was another one.
There was another one there. It was a little bit smaller.
When does your Pokemon Stadium stand up get here?
Give it a few days now.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun. I thought the place was amazing. I would definitely want to go back, and you should definitely go.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
There's a lot of cool step and repeats with like puts you into like Street Fighter or and other games.
Okay.
But yeah, the classic arcade had the original X-Men arcade with like all 5 or 6 people. That was a lot of fun.
That's a good game.
They had The Simpsons.
Good game.
They had police training with that. That's what I was gonna mention.
Oh,
yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Nice.
But yeah, a lot of good classic games, and of course they had like Galaga and like the classic
WrestleFest.
Centipede.
Those are apparently hard to come by.
Yeah, bummer.
Todd Kennelly has one of those.
I know.
Yeah.
I played on it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
But yeah, I recommend anyone to go. It's the perfect. It's a dream for any video game.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It's really cool.